The Millennium Challenge Corporation, a U.S. government agency, is investing over $10 billion in programs in 24 African countries. Two-thirds of its portfolio is dedicated to African partner countries committed to good governance and investing in their people. VOA technology correspondent Paul Ndiho has a special guest for this report today. Hello, Paul.
Thanks, Esther. The Millennium Challenge Corporation is helping countries seize economic opportunities and fight poverty by delivering clean water, improving transportation, enhancing agriculture, and increasing access to reliable electricity. The MCC recently signed a $480 million compact to help millions of people in Sierra Leone access affordable and reliable electricity. Alice Albright, Chief Executive Officer of the Millennium Challenge Corporation, joins me in the studio. Hello, Alice, welcome.
Paul, thank you. Thanks so much for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you. Right off the bat, let's start off by you telling us a little bit about MCC. You just celebrated 20 years.
Yes, we just had a big birthday. So MCC was created 20 years ago by President Bush. And it was created to take a particular approach to international development, and that's by promoting economic growth with the view towards alleviating poverty. And when we were started, we were very much an experiment. But over the last 20 years, we've built an incredible track record, and I think we've become very proven in doing so. Since we were started, we've put to work just under $17 billion in 48 countries in multiple different sectors in about 80 different programs around the world. And we estimate that we've helped about 400 million people over the course of that work. So we're off to a good start.
Interesting. You focus a lot in Africa. You do a lot of development projects in Africa. Let's talk about the most recent thing that happened, the $480 million compact that was signed for Sierra Leone.
Yes, and as you said in your introduction, about two-thirds of our work is in Africa, and it's a critical part of our overall work. We did sign just about a week or so ago a $480 million significant compact with Sierra Leone. The Sierra Leonean government has put in just over, I think, $10 million also along with us, which is wonderful. And it will make foundational investments in the country's electricity capability. So we're very excited about it. Our partners in Sierra Leone are also very excited about it, and we think it'll make a difference for the availability of electricity to people in the country.
Beyond that, you also deal with other countries on the continent, specifically in development projects, road construction. You empower women out there. What can you tell us about some of those programs?
Well, currently we're working across the continent. We've got many programs going on in West Africa as well as in southern and southeastern Africa, and they range across many different sectors, everything from agriculture to electricity to education to coastal livelihoods to resilience to transportation. It's really across the board, and those programs are all very much sort of the economic building blocks. We work very closely with countries hand in hand from the very start of the program, how programs are designed, all the way through conclusion. And altogether, they'll make a big difference.
What does it take for some countries to be part of this amazing experience, to work directly with MCC?
Well, one of the things that we were created to do is to be very selective and work with countries that are on the right path. And one of our sort of founding philosophies is that economic growth goes hand in hand with democracy. So we have a whole process of determining eligibility. Part of it starts out with, is a country on the low income side, so that's low and lower middle income according to the World Bank standards. We then look at countries on a very sort of explicit and transparent eligibility framework. And one of the important things is a country on the pathway to being a democracy. And there's other pieces to it. But once a country is selected, I say we like to go big. And that is with significant grant funding. It's grant funding, so it does not have to be repaid. With that, we work with countries hand in hand to invest those resources towards helping a country overcome its key economic challenges.
Interesting. How about, I've seen in your travels over there, I've seen you interact with a lot of women you are involved in their development, entrepreneurship programs that they have. To a young girl watching you in Africa who wants to aspire to be somebody, what can you tell them?
There's so much talent and so much energy and so much excitement on the continent. I'm not sure I would be telling anybody anything. But first of all, it's a great honor for MCC to work on the continent. We do have a number of programs, and most of what we're known for is sort of big infrastructure investments. But we also ask ourselves the question, are they accessible and available and reachable by everybody? And so we look a lot at equity, at access, at questions of education to make sure that the big infrastructure programs that we do reach everybody. And we spend a lot of time asking whether or not women have the access to capital, to markets, to owning their own land that they need in order to also get ahead. And so we do a lot of reform work along the side with countries to make sure that women get access to the opportunities that they need. We've just done that in a big program that we kicked off in Lesotho around land titling. We've also done it in Morocco. We're about to, next week, sign a $458 million program in Zambia. It's all about agriculture. Part of it will be about helping to get additional financing to small farmers who need it. And so we're all about opportunity.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but we'd like to have you back.
Anytime. I've got a great regard for the Voice of America. You guys do wonderful work, and we'd be delighted to come back at any time. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Alice Albright is the Chief Executive Officer of Millennium Challenge Corporation. Esther, back to you.
Thank you so much, Paul. Be sure to join Paul Ndiho each Wednesday for another informative report right here on Africa 54.